in the Elimination Chamber. It wasn't me. You'll never see CM Punk give up on his dreams of main eventing WrestleMania. Ironically, Mr. Don't Quit, Mr. Don't Give Up, you gave up on yourself. You gave up on all of these people. You gave up on all those kids. The joke's on you. I'm gonna see you down the road. And I'm gonna get my hands on the both of you bald frauds. And when I do, you're gonna make a wish that I never did.
There's monsters in your head, I see them coming out. They wanna put me in 6 feet underground. They wanna watch me break. There's nothing I can take. You thought I would come easily, but now you see there's no escape. You can't control me, so crucify me, 'cause I'm not bowing down. Not falling for your false intention. I'll never listen. Your code can't save you now. We'll burn it to the ground.
Live from the Minuteman Studios in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. You tuned in to the Generation Evolution for March 6th, 2025, live on YouTube, Facebook, and on Twitch. I am Blake.
I am Christian.
I am Mark.
And
What's with the I
don't know why it sounded right. It sounded right. I don't know why I felt right at that moment. We are opening up. I heard this song on TikTok last night.
This is good.
This is Magnolia Park. This is Cult. They actually said in a post they put up on TikTok, you want a wrestler to take this as their theme music.
Yeah.
That's what they want.
Oh,
So-
it's a dog.
There's dogs, but there's neighbors and people coming out. There's people next door. Not because on our microphones, but there's people next door. So like the dogs are going crazy.
Yeah. But this is pretty good.
Yeah, I like this. It's like I said, I heard it randomly on TikTok last night. I was like, I don't open the show it tomorrow. So, all right. So welcome to the show, everybody. This is we're starting a little early today on the live stream. Mandy's had actually an event today, so we figured we'd get on live. We have a guest coming on a little later. But we have a lot to get into. So much that we I don't know. We have things to talk about. But let's start with the question of the week. Because then I also want to explain some things about the question of the week because I have something I want to talk about. Last week's question: what movie or TV show is more like your life?
Is most like your life.
What did I say?
More like your life.
You got to lower your thing better.
It's on the lowest volume you can possibly be.
All right. So
Nope, that is coming from there.
oh yeah, I know what the problem is. This is a problem. We have an extra screen here.
Oh, what's it coming from?
Yeah, there's an echo in here. We're trying to figure out what it is.
It's not my
Yeah.
phone.
Yes, that is your phone.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wait.
The
Yeah,
headphones
it
are
is. It's right there though. Wait, hold up. Give it to me real quick.
Yes, we're having an echo down here. So on the live side, we're having an echo. But anyway, while CJ figured out the echo, let's look at the answers we have from last week's question.
No,
Right.
it was not. It was not. Oh,
Raptor 0238 is saying Rudy.
Ooh, good movie.
Really good movie. I love this movie. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
And then we have Tom Stink said Emergency. Do you think it's the TV show?
Yes, it is. We're talking back in the 70s.
Okay.
Uh.
Okay. The echo's
Okay.
coming.
We're good.
Figure out the echo. All right.
First
half of the Joker, which cracked me up. That
Yeah,
made me-
okay,
not-
which
just-
Joker?
Joker. I didn't see Joker, so what does this mean?
I don't know either.
Well, it all depends. Are you talking about the first movie or the second movie?
The first movie, obviously, the first half of Joker, the first half. I didn't see the movie, so I can't help you here. So
First half of the first movie was very interesting because
that's probably what
it
they're talking
gets
about.
into development of the character.
Fair enough. That's probably what they're talking about here.
So crazy motherfucker.
So it's weird answers so far. Then we have Beverly Hillbillies without the money. This will crack me up. This is my favorite answer of the week. Was Beverly Hillbillies
Without the money.
Yeah,
No. What sells
I-
it is without the money.
I kid you not. Before they moved into their mansion, they had a wooden cabin with an outhouse and one of those coal stoves.
That's funny. So let me
Oh,
move.
whoever joined.
We're on Twitch. We have somebody watching us on Twitch. I think we have a regular viewer on Twitch every week. It's actually nice.
That's someone.
I don't know this one. Petticoat Junction. I don't know this one.
Never heard
That's
of it.
another like late 60s, early 70s.
Oh, that's
TV
why I never
program.
heard of
Fair
it.
enough. I know a lot of old shows and movies. I didn't know this one. There's another one coming up. I don't know either, but it kind of explains it. Then we have the Waltons, which I don't know why you would want to be compared to the Waltons, but
What's
let's
the
go with it.
what's the Waltons?
The Waltons are like the goody, like old school family, like nothing, everything is like
about what 10 kids?
yeah, it's ridiculous.
Oh, okay.
They're not even a perfect family where they're singing songs. Like, come on now. If you're gonna have a big family, at least sing songs. Anyway, then we have Moving On, the TV show from the 60s about truck drivers.
Yes. there were two truck drivers, and they had at the time I think they
That's
were
so fucking stupid. It's fucking
had
funny.
their own trucking,
Yeah, that made me laugh. That one made me laugh.
their own truck.
All these
It-
answers are coming off
really-
on TikTok.
It was a really well done show.
All right, then we have Survivor, which I don't know why you would say you're Survivor. Oh, sorry, I forgot to say the last one. Last one was Sean O'Neill 96. This one's from user a bunch of numbers. I'm not saying.
Can I say it?
No, we're not doing long numbers. This is not a Peloton class.
Damn.
He says Survivor. I'm not sure why you would want your life to be the reality show Survivor, but we'll go with that.
Well, if someone said Amazing Race,
Somebody said The Walking Dead, and I am not at liberty to disclose. I am not at liberty to disclose. I'm sorry, that's funny. I like that name.
that's a good username. I like that.
But The Walking
what
Dead is the
season,
answer.
though, is the question.
Walking Dead is a very interesting program.
Maybe he's just comparing it to the country we're living in right now. And then
I mean, for fuck's
then
sake,
we have
it's
the
probably true.
Connors, which might be the best answer here. I'm the big dog. I'm the big dog Rob.
Wait, that's actually a dog with a mask.
Oh, it says I'm the big dog Rob. So there you go.
Hello, dog Rob.
Those are all on TikTok.
Wouldn't you think you would go with Roseanne before the Connors?
Maybe the guy doesn't like Roseanne.
Roseanne.
That's true.
No, seriously, a lot of people nowadays don't like Roseanne Barr. So it might have something to do with it.
That's
The
true.
Connors is a really good show from what Mandy told me. Mandy watched the entire show last year. She loved it. So, and our last answer actually came from our Substack account. So people go to Substack and comment over there as well. And that was L.E. Mullen. He said American Splendor.
Wonder.
So, and actually, before we continue on, we have our special guest in the waiting room.
Ooh.
I wonder who it is.
Let me hit
Waiting room. I got my gloves on. I'm all set.
Let me do
Oh,
this.
wrong waiting room.
Because I remember on the last show, let me give you a introduction here. On the last episode of the Blake and Style show, I said this guy didn't have an entrance video yet. Well, this is a different show, and I actually had the time to do this.
Oh no, not Kurt.
Oh, damn it!
Look, watch. I can drink while I speak. Listen.
Uh-oh. Mark is going off on a tangent.
Kurt,
Oh my
welcome to
God.
the show.
Oh my God. Hello.
Place product placement here.
Right. Look at this. First time, long time. Hey, guys, how's it going?
Yeah, welcome to the new show.
Hello.
Welcome to the
Hey,
new
go.
show. New outing here, new platform
Wait.
and everything here.
Wait.
Okay.
Let's actually finish up what we were doing here. We were in the middle of the question of the week. On Thursdays we do the question of the week. We have a deck of card. We have a couple deck of cards next to us. We pick a card out, do the question of the week. And the question of the week last week was on what movie or TV show was like your life. So Kurt, I'll ask you. Yeah, why don't you answer the question for us? What movie or TV show was like your life?
Oh boy, this came out of nowhere.
We'll prepare again.
That's the great thing. You just join the show, and that's the first question you get asked.
Gotta say, they pulled firearms on me here. Yes or no? What movie or TV show? Mostly, maybe Monk. Maybe I'm a bit on the OCD.
There's a show I haven't heard in a long time.
Yeah, just walk around. It's the jungle out there.
Well, at least no one said NBC To Catch a Predator.
Oh, Jesus Christ. God.
What the fuck?
You even know what that is, Christian?
I've heard of it.
Oh my
I don't
God.
I don't think I know exactly what it is, but I've heard of
It's
it.
exactly what you think it is.
Okay.
It's exactly
then
what you're
I
thinking it
know
is.
what it is.
So,
Moving right along.
anyway,
Someone says 911.
who's the 911?
No, someone said 911.
Oh, okay. Well, we have another person watching. Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
We started a little light. We started early today, Kurt, so we have people joining us a little coming in a little early. So anyway, so we had a deck of cards here, but here's the thing with the deck of cards we've been playing with. A lot of the questions, because it was a free deck of cards that Dad got, and a lot of it had to do with the company it came from. So there's a lot of questions about sausage and stuff like that, which makes no sense. Or like the person next to you does this. So what I went and did was I went on Amazon and got us another deck of cards as well to go with that deck. So I got a deck of cards that's called Chat Pack. And so this is gonna be the first question from the Chat Pack. And the question of the week this week, if I can get this, here we go. It is what is your favorite book genre to read? And I will start us off because if anyone knows me at all, looked at my Goodreads, you know that I'm a big romance novel. I'm a reader.
You know what? You look like a historical fiction guy.
I go between sports and mostly romance novels. Matter of fact, I've done like 3 audio novels this week alone. So I was trying to do 1 a week and I ended up doing 3 this week. Go figure. Go figure how that happened. Yeah, what answer are you going to give it here?
I have 2 science fiction and, of course, comic books.
Fair enough. I'll take that.
You look like a historical fiction kind of guy.
Christian, what about you then, Mr. Historical Fiction?
Okay, contrary to popular belief, I do not like historical fiction. Comic books and manga.
Oh, manga, of course, that makes sense. Kurt, how about you?
Wait, I got one question. Are you a historical fiction kind of guy?
Kurt, that was for you.
Oh, for me, historical fiction.
No, yes or no? The actual question was favorite book genre to read. The actual question.
So, the books that I read today are none, but I used to read comics quite a bit. So, comics and internet.
Of course.
Gotta love the internet.
Gotta love the internet. All right. We had Kurt here because he was actually at the Elimination Chamber on Saturday night up in Toronto. He's in Buffalo. He was up in Toronto. By the way, Toronto, the WWE pulled over Toronto, so we're planning on going to Toronto this summer on vacation. So we just apply for our passports and everything. But anyway, before we get to Kurt, I have one clip I want to play here that actually plays into Elimination Chamber. Somebody asked MJF his opinion on the John Cena heel turn. His answer surprised the hell out of me. Not gonna lie.
I can't have the top guy from AEW on, not ask him. So I just give me your whole take on the John Cena.
I get really
heel
annoyed
turn.
when people in either company pretend that they don't. Let me put it this way.
Yep.
Yes, I was watching it. I was watching it live. It was an awesome moment, and everybody should think it was an awesome moment because it was. Point blank, end of discussion. If you are in the world of professional wrestling, if you are a top guy, and you don't watch as much or consume as much professional wrestling as you possibly can you call yourself a student of the game? Can you say you're giving your best foot forward? Can you claim to be one of the best in the sport? In my opinion, no, you absolutely cannot. So if you were to ask a WWE star, have you been watching AEW? And they say no, one of 2 things is happening. 1, they're lying through their fucking teeth, or 2, they don't care enough about this industry to study what's going on in it. But yeah, dude, it was all.
I like that answer. I really like that. I actually popped up on TikTok like literally a half an hour ago. I'm like, I gotta play this on the show.
Outside of his character.
I really like that. So anyway, Kurt, we're going to you. You were in the building. Before we even talk about the chambers and everything else, I need to know, what was the atmosphere like for the heel turn?
I was about to ask that too.
When the heel turn happened,
Yeah, the atmosphere.
it was pure, absolute electricity. I mean, some people like to say for WrestleMania or whatever stadium events, they say, the volume kind of travels up and you can't really hear it as much on the cameras. And no, not when this happened. Everybody was screaming their asses off. It was surreal. Because you feel like a crackling of electricity in the air too when they embraced and hugged. because they just felt something was about to happen. And then the moment Rock just started to put the fingers up to his neck, then all of a sudden, and then they kicked at a junk, and the crowd just blew the top off the Sky Dome. It was surreal.
His little roads.
Yeah, that moment we were screaming. We were literally screaming watching it. Like we were going nuts at home.
I was recording it. I was in shock and horror filming it. I just knew whatever's about to happen, I gotta capture this.
Christian. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the F word?
Out of nowhere, put it up in the F word.
That was the second biggest pop of the night, actually.
That was amazing to hear on live television. By the way, I don't even know. Do you guys realize that went over uncensored to us? That went uncensored to us. That was a cool moment.
Yeah.
Great
Yeah, I
moment.
rewatched the whole thing when I got home, and yeah, sure enough, it's still uncensored. It's not, Peacock had at least a little bit less than 24 hours to censor that. I still didn't.
Oh,
That was quite
WWE didn't even censor their social media. It went up clean as day on their social media. I was stunned.
Is it still uncensored?
Yes, I started on social media recently. It's still up uncensored. I was stunned.
What about on Peacock?
I don't know. I just know on WWE social media, which is the bigger deal than I had than the Peacock. The fact that it's still uncensored is a very big deal.
My only question for this whole thing is someone going to get chastised for not putting their hand on the buzzer?
I think that was on purpose. I honestly think that was on purpose.
I was going to say, they buzzed the hell out of The Rock on SmackDown last Friday. They could have done it last Saturday.
On the button for Rock.
The same thing happened at NXT that one time. Well, the NXT is also on the CW. It's different. It was also different over on the CW than on USA Network.
I swear, when The Rock cuts a promo, they just have to have the most trigger-ready person on that button for when The Rock says every other word that's a curse word. They're like,
but they let CM Punk curse on Netflix on Monday. So like,
that's also on Netflix.
That was pretty cool too. But that was anybody curse. That was a big deal. It was a big deal on Monday night. So anyway, I actually almost went to the first chamber back in 2002. I almost went to the first chamber. I ended up not going. What's it like being in the building for chamber matches? Because the atmosphere's got to be weird. It's hard. I've been to steel cage matches, but I've never been to something this big. So what was it like?
Yeah, I never. It's got to be the biggest event I've ever been to. I've never been to any WrestleManias, any Rumbles, any SummerSlams. Yeah, this is definitely the biggest one that I've been to. And man, stadium shows are crazy because you walk in and you realize right out of the gate there's no giant Titantron. I had to look hard to see like where exactly I am sitting and juxtaposed to the camera, and I had to look and like, oh, that's the entry ramp or entry walkway. Wow, that's pretty small. I couldn't even see the screen that they come out of. That you can tell they go up the stairs and then they go through the entryway, and I'm not seeing them until like just when they walk past the entryway, and I can finally see them. So yeah, it's definitely a whole unique endeavor for me compared to being the Raws and SmackDowns and some classic pay-per-views that came through Buffalo where they had a giant screen or a giant castle when Jeff Hardy won the world title. That's pretty wild. The chamber itself, being able to I was way high up, by the way. Like I was high-fiving God up top. Like it was when you start walking up to where I was, it started getting darker and darker and darker. But you can see the chamber pretty decent with everybody in it until they get to the other side of where you are, and then you're just looking at the screen. Like you're just looking up at the screen.
I mean, it is the other side of the arena, so.
So my thing is this, because usually they have a camera on top where it goes on a cable. I think this year they got it where they had in each individual cylinder. They had a camera up on top of there, so you can look below and see what was in everyone's cylinder or container.
I gotta love the Elimination Chamber with the cylinders.
I know it's called pods. They're called pods.
I gotta love that match. Like I never knew they were called fucking cylinders. This is not the goddamn Shark Tank again. We're not doing this bit again.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
I'm sorry, when you say pods, my thing goes to the commercial with the moving company and the pods.
But I think of the pods from the Elimination Chamber. By the way, I at home it was weird because I'm used to the old chamber matches where like the lights flash on the screen and they show who's going to go next. They didn't do that at this one. It was weird.
Right.
They kind of did.
It wasn't as bright or as crazy.
Yeah, it was hard for me to see exactly whose chamber, like from where I was sitting. I couldn't tell whose chamber was lit up. The lights on their pod frames or whatever the hell, like they weren't bright enough for me to notice up there. So I'd always keep looking up at the screen and see where the camera's pointing at. Like, oh, okay, he's next. All right.
Yeah,
By the
everything.
way, there's so much empty floor space on the other side of that camera. Like maybe 3/4 of the floor had people in it, but there was a giant, wide open space that had nothing there except for maybe like a merch booth on one side, and like drinks, beer, whatever on the other side, up against the wall. There's like a lot of vacant space. I don't know why.
Well, I was going to say maybe it has something to do with the sanction match. That was really the other question. The environment for the sanction match, watching it at home was nuts. How was it in the building for that?
Oh, the Sami Zayn match?
Yeah, the Sami Zayn KO unsanctioned.
Yeah, well, they didn't even fight in the empty spot. Like,
Really?
yeah, there was
What?
that wasn't even the empty spot. Like, yeah, there was a whole wide open. Like, you could play hockey inside the empty spot they had back there. It was insane. The lighting for that match was crazy. I was glad to get a couple pictures and video of that. The ambiance was nice. When they went to the outside, though, and they did that, put Kevin Owens to both of those tables, like, the crowd was going livid over on that side of the arena. Like, they were very happy to have, like, the action come to them, because they're also pretty far away from that ring.
Yeah.
So that was an exciting match.
Yeah, I was going to say it had to be crazy because it had to be. I know I've never been in the building with something like that where they leave the ring as much as they did there. So I was just wondering what the atmosphere was like because that had to be weird, you know?
Yeah, that was wild. Yeah, as I said, like the big pops for that match. The crowd on that side when Sami Zayn went to the double tables, which I was glad I got a video of that on my side. I got a pretty big pop. I called Randy Orton. I called it a long time ago. I knew it was going to happen, and very few people, but myself, can say that they saw live a wrestler get injured on camera, and then saw him get injured live, and then saw him come back.
Wow,
Randy Orton got
crazy.
Yeah, the power driver angle happened in Buffalo on SmackDown. I was there. He came back in front of me again.
That's fucking crazy. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Not
So
gonna
you
lie,
saw
that's pretty
Randy
cool.
go and come back.
That's crazy to me. I'm sorry.
know.
That's awesome.
It's wild. Like, I'm like, yeah, how many people can say that? That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
They should have let him do the punt.
We're saving. We're saving it for Mania. That's what that is. That's called saving it for Mania.
Motherfucker still could have hit the 2 package power drivers on Sami Zayn by the time Randy Orton got to the ring.
I know. You took so damn long. I was laughing, and I talked about this on Sunday's show, where I was like, by the time he gets here, it's going to be, we got plenty of time, and you could have hit the power driver twice by the time he got there.
You know,
So-
but we got to do the Jeff Hardy Matt Hardy spot where Sami's getting his ass kicked and fucking Randy's doing the goddamn T-Rex pose while Sami's getting his ass kicked by Kevin.
Although I just jumped on your Facebook, I got this picture from your Facebook.
Wow, that is beautiful.
That's not my seat. That is not my seat. No, that was through like we came up. We're at the ground level, and we're about to head up the inclines and go all the way up to our area. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get a picture of this now where I can still see it.
Does that say section 242?
I said 342. I zoomed in on it to get the cool photo of the ring, so I think it says 342. Yeah.
I mean, we're talking way up there.
That's not even where
Yeah.
that's not even where his seats were. That's the best part.
I'm gonna say when you go back to that picture, if you look all the way up to the top and see the darkness, keep going up. That's me.
Wow.
Holy cow!
It was way up there.
Kurt,
Did
that sounds
they
like
give you
last year.
oxygen when you went up that high?
Let me make a joke. Let me actually say something. Last year, I was at the Stadium Series, and it's funny because me and Sal and Patrick were sitting almost like not ring. I surfaced, but like we were not that far away from the field. Mike, because they were the show, was sitting all the way at the top of MetLife Stadium, all the way at top. Like, he was above us, and he sent us the picture of where he was. And we did a picture. It was so damn funny. I didn't zoom out. It was hysterical how those people were comparable to Mike last year. So,
And holy vertigo, by the way, being up that high, it's such a sharp angle of where you're sitting. It's yeah, it was. Oh man, when you're going down the steps, you gotta really hold on to that rail. Like, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
quick question.
Yes.
Did they give you oxygen max up there?
Maybe
That
odd guy surfing up some little bass.
give
That's
you-
probably
they give you,
causing problems.
a backpack with ropes and cords just in case you fall.
He's not going up the fucking mountain. It's not going up. It's not like Darby Allin going up to Everest. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a Sherpa,
Right.
I had a safety harness.
Yeah.
All right. I'm
Harness.
gonna wrap up with Kurt here. Kurt, any other thoughts on the chamber itself, on the event, and anything else you want to bring up here before we let you go?
The chamber. I mean, I should just retire from seeing live events. I've seen way too much insane shit happen, right from Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, like that whole thing in the very beginning, to the maybe one of the most star-studded chamber matches I could ever think of in the main event. That was insane. To an F-bomb, to John Cena doing a heel turn, like the event was insane. It was such a great time. Yeah, man, it's just it ain't gonna be the same. Like, oh, Raw's coming to Buffalo. Like, okay.
Lately, so I can't really complain. So, all right, we're gonna let you go, Kurt. I said you were gonna be here for a little bit. I'll let you go. I'm gonna make this quick announcement right now because I'm in the middle of planning out WrestleMania week here on the podcast. But I will say officially, Kurt Hoffman, will be joining us on the Thursday on the 17th, right before WrestleMania weekend, to preview WrestleMania with us. So that's a big deal. I want to make that announcement officially here. Not Kurt's here, so I want to make that announcement for everybody. So Kurt will be here on the 17th of April, part of WrestleMania week here on the podcast. WrestleMania week is going to be a full week event here, but that's the first big thing. So thank you, Kurt, for coming out. I appreciate you dropping everything to come on. We were trying to get you on Sunday, but I knew you were traveling home. So thank you for being here today. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Till next time.
Thank you, Kurt.
Thank you, Kurt.
All right, that was fun. So, all right, so
Yeah,
okay,
that was very fun.
while we get our stuff together here, I want to play with something I found on TikTok. This is a Roman Reigns looking at memes of him, and I gotta figure out how to use his microphone while I play this.
Little freaks, IGN filthy. Have you ever seen such a manly looking 5-year-old? I have. I mean, just the most handsome. This guy looks like he could save, humanity. God mode. That's right. There's no children in God mode. Grow up. 5. I've seen a lot of these, actually. I love you, wise man.
I love you, my tribal chief.
10. Find someone, you know?
You won't.
Whoa. There's nowhere. Who made this? It looks like I'm in the middle of an orgasm here. Guys, come on now.
The advancements in AI are...
We were talking about that last night. This is fake. This ain't real. This is a 5. This is an AI 5 right here. And that's y'all would put this last.
Oh man,
Shit. Dirty little, and then he cuts
I
him
wanted
off.
to bring that in. That was on
my
IGN.
God.
Roman Reigns looking at memes. I just wanted to bring that in here while we were resetting, and I just had to screw right Chris's microphone.
That was
back
beautiful.
up and ready here, fine, no problem. So,
I like I like the spot when he's doing his rating and he's going 98.
Yeah, we talked about that. We talked about that on Sunday's show.
No, 96.
96. We talked about it on Sunday's show. So, all right, let's get to some things here. Let's get to some things here. Danhausen is above him. So anyway, let's get to some things here. We have a bunch of stuff up. So it's this morning, Madison Comic Con, the one we went to last year, we all went to last year. They started out their first a couple of guests. What I didn't expect was one of their first guests to be a wrestling guest.
Oh.
So they had 3 people, and this is one of them. Mick Foley was
Holy
going to be at the
shit.
Madison
Oh,
and
damn.
Expo on August 9th and 10th. 2025. I know we're going to be going to this, so that's one of the first big announcements that came out today.
Oh damn!
That's a big one. That was a big surprise. I was like, wow.
Holy
cow!
cow.
Is going to be at Madison Comic Con. So
God damn! For the love of mankind, this is going to be this is going to be a lovely guy who's going to be very hardcore.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
With all 3.
All right. Before we get to there's a couple of things, but first of all, I have this random photo I just wanted to share. I thought this was funny. I love this picture. It was funny.
What the fuck?
Oh, no.
Jeez.
For those on the audio side, it is Dominic Mysterio holding the tag team belts behind the tag team champions Raquel and Liv.
No. Dominic is the new women's tag team champions all by himself.
That made me laugh. I wanted to share that. And the other thing I wanted to share real fast is Bloodsport announcements were happening. GCW Bloodsport for WrestleMania weekend announcements are happening. And last year we had a whole bunch of WWE people join us last year. We have our first WWE person. And it is Natalia.
Oh, no,
Natty Neidhart is
What?
GCW debut at Bloodsport.
Fuck.
What?
I did not expect that. That one shocked me. I didn't expect to see that one.
I'm guessing Natalia's copyrighted.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how they're doing this. Well, Natty Neidhart, she goes by both names. So really, it doesn't make a difference. She goes by both names.
Natty and Natalia.
Yeah, she goes by both names. And the other thing you also know, I didn't get a graphic for, she's going to be at the NWA Crockett Cup. Wrestling at that too. That was announced open.
I know that they talked about her vignette where she's kind of coaching Maxine Dupree.
I know, but like, this is actually the big surprise.
Dupree.
That was a big surprise.
Yeah.
So. All right, so we had a couple title changes happen this week. Just press the button right here. But that's the whole thing. I didn't organize everything properly. Here we go. Monday night main event: Io Shirai versus Rhea Ripley. When we left on Saturday night and Sunday morning, we did the podcast.
Yep.
Rhea Ripley was going to be challenging Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair was going to be challenging Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. Well, we have this match between Rhea and Io that was announced a couple weeks ago for the day after Monday after the Chamber on Netflix. It was the main event of the show. And the match was fantastic. The match was actually fantastic. Bianca was up at commentary. She was on commentary. She would buy commentary. And Rhea
was like, well, that's things that like they sit in the chair next to the announce table and talk sometimes.
But she wasn't really on mic. She wasn't on mic. She was more hanging out more than anything else. And she started just hanging out and got into Rhea's face. Rhea got in her face, and Rhea got distracted when hitting a top
Avalanche Riptide.
Figure Avalanche Riptide. And Io countered it, hit her moonsault,
over the
moonsault, and won the women's world championship.
I saw this. I saw the clip, and I'm like, what the fuck that just happened?
My favorite part is Raw's over, and she is in prepping for a video game, WWE 2K World, and I knock on his door. I literally pop in to say goodnight, and I'm like, good night, da-da-da-da. Oh, and Io won the women's championship. And then I closed the door.
What?
No context whatsoever. Christian, your thoughts. I'm Christian, Christian, gotta run on to the mouth and run past the dad. Your thoughts.
Shocked. I didn't think that there would be a title change, to be honest with you. And which afterwards kind of made me wonder, was Rhea 100% going in on this match, or was she injured?
He was WrestleMania. That's my personal opinion. I think that's what's happening here. So, WrestleMania, she's fine. I think it's a story on Rhea just couldn't keep her composure. So I think I know what the story was. So, so Tuesday night, NXT's happening. If this title change on Monday night, Tuesday night, we have the North American Championship match in the main event. And Tony D has been turning away all comers.
Right.
Well, he's facing Shawn Spears and his new family. In no way, and they're playing a whole angle where where Tony D's back is hurt, but in no way in hell did I figure when this match was over and done with that Shawn Spears would be the NXT North American champion. Comment?
Wow. Oh.
I didn't expect this. So, like, any comment, any thoughts?
I totally did not think that it was going to end that way. I really didn't. And now that it has, I'm wondering if Tony D is getting the call up.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm interested. I'm interested how this is going to go because I feel like they're rushing things to stand and deliver. I thought we'd have stand and deliver matches and all this stuff. I don't know. I thought this match happened to stand and deliver, not on NXT. So I'm not even doing stand and deliver at this point.
Because my thing is, if he's getting called up, is it just him or does the rest of the family go with him?
I'm not sure. I'll do this. I don't have a graphic for this, but I'll talk about this. I watched the first episode of Evolve this morning. I wasn't planning on watching it today, but I woke up early, wasn't feeling 100%. Instead of working out, I sat back and watched Evolve. And Lucha Spino is on Evolve. So I didn't expect to see him there. So I'm not sure what's going on with the family right now. I hope they don't mess up Rizzo. That's all I care about, really, at the end of the day. But by the way, Evolve, for those who haven't watched Evolve yet, remember the early days of NXT? The really early days of NXT when it was actually a developmental brand and you're learning people. It was old school of ring, old school.
Right.
Remember that old days before it became what it is now?
Yeah.
That's what Evolve is. It's not perfect. It's not great, but it's what you want from a show like this. A little overhyped, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for what it was. I thought it was fun. You don't go out of your way to watch it. I wouldn't say go out of your way, but I definitely say I enjoyed it. What's fun about it is it was like they have just two commentators. It was in a small arena. They have a small crowd. They recognize old Evolve history, which I thought was really cool. Like they showed Cody and they showed Gunther and they showed Shotzi and they showed all these people that are in that came to the main roster and things like that. So that was something that was pretty cool.
Have you watched the other?
I have not watched LFG yet. I'm not
AE.
watching LFG yet. So
Okay.
I'm not having a chance yet.
What-
You watch LFG yet?
I have, and there is one obnoxious wrestler.
It's Sexy B.A.J. Rock. We know about him from the Roku show. That's nothing.
Right. But this guy is like, he seems like he's going way out of his way to piss people off.
It's a dick.
And here's the thing. When he's pissing off Bubba Ray, and Bubba Ray's kind of got a short fuse to begin with, he's not backing down. So
I haven't watched it.
it's going to come to a confrontation.
Hey.
Christian's back, by the way. Christian's back.
Hey, buddy.
What do you want me to give my thoughts on?
I was just saying, any thoughts on Shawn Spears winning the North American Championship?
Sean Spears. Stacks is gonna get his ass kicked.
But yeah, any thoughts on that? Because
By the way, thank you whoever gave the like.
Yes.
Like, horrible. Yeah, there we go, camera angle.
But anyway, let's move on to a couple of things I want to try to get us out of here.
Also for the Rhea Ripley Io Sky, very fucking shocking. I was not expecting that.
Yeah. So okay, we have a couple of big shows next week on Raw is going to be an MSG. Well, Raw and NXT are both going to be MSG. Raw is at the main NXT building, and these are what's have been announced so far. AJ Styles is going to call out Logan Paul.
AJ Styles, please drop him on his fucking
I
head.
don't think it's going to be a match. I think it's just calling him out. Jey Uso is going to be facing Grayson Waller, which I'm greatly appreciating. I want to see this match. I'm looking forward to this. We have a tornado tag match between the New Day and the LWO, Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee. Rey Mysterio challenged the New Day to this match.
Oh, do you think the New Day are gonna win?
Yes, I think the New Day should win this match. I think the New Day should have a tag team title match at Mania. That's what I think should happen. So, want to hear my random theory that I doubt will ever happen?
Yeah.
Just trying to keep an eye on there because I'm not my battery computer is running a little low, so I'm trying to talk a little faster. I think the thing that would never happen, but I think should happen, is the New Day will attack Rey and the LWO, and Dominic Mysterio comes to his father's rescue out of nowhere. And then at WrestleMania, you have the New Day versus the Mysterios one night only. Since Dominic and Rey have Mania matches together lately,
Wow.
why not? For the fun of it. I doubt it'll happen, but I'd love to see it happen personally. I'd love to see it. In the main event of
Oh, God.
any thoughts on that?
What about what you said?
Yeah.
I mean,
And how silly that is, ridiculous
I
it
mean,
is.
it sounds stupid, but you have to remember Triple H. He
Yeah.
might actually make that work.
It's random and weird, but I thought it was fun.
By the way, I just saw the next match. Jesus Christ.
The
how
main
many-
event of Monday Night Raw at Madison Square Garden is a steel cage match between Seth Rollins and CM Punk. I expect Roman Reigns to interfere at the end of the match. I think they're setting up a triple threat between these three at Mania.
How many matches are these motherfuckers gonna have?
This is only the second one they've had.
Third.
Still, it's only 3. That's not a lot. That's not a lot at all. So
yeah, you're right. At least this isn't John Cena and Randy Orton.
I'm not gonna joke. I'm still joking. I want that to be his last match.
What, John Cena and Randy
I
Orton?
really want it to be his last match, especially now that Randy Orton does. By the way, in a weird, bizarre world, we're entering a WrestleMania where the New Day and John Cena are heels.
Oh my God.
And who started that one coming? And the rumor of Bianca Belair maybe being a heel too. Like, that is insane. NXT Roadblocks happening at the theater at Madison Square Garden. The difference, by the way, the theater is right next door at the smaller venue. It's actually where I saw a Christmas Carol on stage. Christmas Carol live musical on stage. And my favorite production I've ever seen. Jordan Grace is going to be facing Roxanne Perez.
Ooh.
One last time before Roxanne probably officially gets the call up. By the way, for those wondering, Cora Jade got hurt on Tuesday. She did not hurt her knees. Her knees are okay. Felt like she just got winded. She thought she had a concussion to the end of the match out of precaution, and she is fine. Like, from Cora directly.
That's good.
That's
good that she's fine now.
Yeah,
They were seeing that there was the slip and her foot went under the bottom rope, and that's where she hit her head.
But she's fine. She reported on Twitter herself that she is fine.
Okay.
We have a New York City street fight. Javon Evans and All Ego Ethan Page.
My money's on the Javon Evans.
I hope so. I really hope he wins this match.
There's a bad joke I can make, but I'm not going to because we're live.
Okay. Then we have the TNA World Tag Team Championships. It is the Hardys, not the Hardy Boys. I'm going to correct them. I think it's the Hardys now versus the NXT Tag Team Champions, Fraxium. This is only for the TNA World Tag Team Championship, so there's no reason for the Hardys to lose. Am I right, gentlemen?
Yep. Please, at least I don't know they're going to win, but put on one hell of a match.
Hell of a match. This is the top of the second hour match. I really want it to be top of the second hour. You have the X Division champion. No, the X Division champion is getting an NXT Championship match. Go figure this one out. It is not for both titles. Obafemi.
Oh, it's not?
No, let me explain what happened here. The NXT Championship is Obafemi defending against TNA X Division champion Moose. What happened here was Obafemi said Titan versus Titan, and people thought he said title versus title. He said Titan versus Titan.
Oh.
His accent made people mishear him.
Oh.
So that's what happened here.
So it's only for the.
It's only for the NXT Championship.
Oh, thank God.
So it's not for both belts. Moose is defending the X Division Championship next Friday on a TNA PLE. So
yeah, it's the damn accent.
That's what happened there last week. And finally, the main event is the NXT Women's Championship and the NXT Women's North American Championship. Winner take all. Julia versus Stephanie Bakir. And from what I'm hearing, they're not unifying the belts, despite what Victor has said on the air on Tuesday. There will be still two separate championships because Fallon Henley wants her belt back, and Jada Parker called off the world champ for the main title. So it will still be two separate belts. But as we talked about last week's show, Julia is hurt.
So
Joey champion.
Would it make sense that Stephanie relinquishes the North American Championship and then they have a tournament?
I think I actually know. Actually, my friend Josh asked me this question. I said my suggestion would be you would definitely win, and then you do the traditional stand and deliver ladder match for the Women's North American Championship.
Ooh.
And then have Stephanie defend against Jada Parker.
Put Fallon Henley in the
and put all them in the North American Championship ladder match and have Jada Parker face Stephanie.
Okay.
So that's what I would do personally to answer your question. So that is it. That is everything we wanted to get into tonight's show. A little shorter show. I'm keeping these shows a little shorter because these are going to be long. The shows are going to be really long in April, so I'm trying to keep this March shows a little shorter for us. Get us out of here a little shorter.
Quick question for you guys.
Go for it.
Is it, how can I put it? My guilty pleasure to basically have CM Punk. Have CM Punk basically kick the living shit out of Seth Rollins.
I'm looking forward to it. Not gonna lie. That was one of the best Peter versus the Chicken things I've ever seen. By the way, Family Guy.
Oh, okay.
Family Guy reference. Even I don't watch Family. I don't like Family Guy, but I can make a reference. Peter versus the Chicken with Seth Rollins and Punk this week.
I didn't hear verse. I just heard Peter the Chicken. I was like, what?
Peter versus the Chicken. So
now I get it. But I was like, who the fuck is Peter the Chicken?
And will the toolbox come into play?
No. Different thing.
Will the beads come into play?
That's a whole different feud. A whole different feud.
It's Legos now.
I mean, Seth got into it when he grabbed the bracelet on an accident.
I personally love the fact that Punk actually said, Becky, you should come collect your man. That was one of my favorite lines that he said.
Yeah.
Someone recreated the special guest referee, and instead of a fucking bead bracelet, it was a rubber band.
That's okay. I kind of heard the strange rumor that supposedly that match at WrestleMania is going to be AJ Lee and CM Punk versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch.
You know who you heard that from? Me.
What?
I was joking around. I was joking around.
Well,
I wasn't serious whatsoever. I was joking.
Besides you saying it, it also popped up someplace else. I'm trying to remember where I saw it.
It's a joke. It's probably going to be, if they're going to do intergender, it'll probably end up being Punk and Roxanne versus Seth and Becky.
Wait, why Roxanne?
Because Roxanne and Punk were wearing matching outfits at the last few PLEs.
Ah,
Yeah.
Roxanne, Punk and AJ, quote unquote, adopted AJ as their daughter.
You mean Punk and
AJ adopted Roxanne
there
as
you go.
their daughter.
Because what
did I say?
You said Punk and Roxanne adopted AJ as their daughter.
Okay, thank you for correcting me.
I was about to say, wait a minute.
I think on that note, we're going to wrap things up here with a little bit of My Chemical Romance. We can get out of here.
Wasn't this on this morning?
That's why I'm here. Play it here.
Why not?
But we play a little My Chemical Romance. I'm not okay. I promise. First of all, I want to plug that Sunday. Sunday is going to be a big show for me and Christian. We have John Parker coming on live. We're going to be crazy. It's going to be a crazy show.
Where's
Our meet from across the pond.
We're going to be talking about AEW Revolution in full jam. What is the most stacked AEW card I've seen in a long, long time. So we'll be talking about that on Sunday. And then next week, we will talk about the aftermath. And also, we're going to preview TNA Sacrifice.
Ooh.
And this is one of the main matches on this show is Basha Slamovich defending against Cora Jade. Also on this show is Moose versus Jeff Hardy in a ladder match. So
is it for anything?
The TNA the championship.
Ooh.
So that's also happening on this deal.
Moose on a ladder?
Yes, that's going to happen next week.
I'm going to see the Damon Clear up the ladder.
So on that note, okay. So I will say this: if you want to get in touch with us, Dad always wants to do his little spiel at the end, but I'm trying to get us out of here at a reasonable time. Go like and comment on YouTube, Spotify, and follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Generation Evolution 00 and on Facebook, and also find Christian's YouTube. What do you tell them?
Hello. Follow the villain Zane Riley on YouTube, please. We almost had 70 subscribers, please.
And then he'll be playing the WWE 2K25 on early, right, on this weekend? Coming this weekend?
Yep.
Okay. On that note, let's get out of here. Thank you all for watching and listening. You're now leaving the Generation Evolution. I'm Mike.
And I am Christian.
And I'm Mark.
And for fitting because of what we're listening to.
Have a good day, everybody.
Emo. Bye.
Love you guys. Peace out.
Thank you so very much. Goodbye. Mwah, and good night.